Okay, I think I should be live now. I'm not sure. I don't even get on here anymore, and I don't really tend to be concerned if no one actually does see my posts because, well, I'm glad they don't. But I need to share a very serious topic about the about the state laws here in Arizona. If any of you basically do live in the same state as I do, um, what does it say that I had quite a few bad experiences with not only going to mental facilities, basically mental hospitals, I don't like to use that term, and also with police officers. Our state can be a little bit messed up sometimes when it comes to people that struggle with like mental illnesses. Because I know by experience that I went to not only two mental facilities and got mistreated badly, and I did reviews on both places I went, and even just having a bad situation with police officers. Now, let me just say this. When I actually did like send like a post, I don't know how someone even got my phone number in the first place. When I was basically saying I just want to, I have thoughts of killing myself or feeling very depressed on my post. Basically, I did have like I had to do my bed, a knock from the door, and then the police actually would well, I think this is the first time that actually has happened. I think I don't know which event actually has happened, but they basically did tell me that I need to be taken over there. Not voluntary, like mandatory, for a violation of my mental state because of how they think that I'd be harming other people, which I don't know how the heck they keep thinking that I would. Besides just me harming myself, of course, but I just got mistreated by police officers because of how, they're basically in they're in their uniform and how they actually have their firearms, etc. And they didn't really care much that I was actually in pain or whatever. They're supposed to because that's their job, but they tend to get a little bit harsh afterwards. Depending on like how you feel about yourself. And when they actually took me to the mental facility downtown, it's like they didn't really care about my well-being. Even when I was being patient, I was not giving them a hard time. It's like they're still treating me like I'm a criminal in a way. I'm not making this up because if I was, then I won't be filming this in the first place. But it kind of like gets a little worse from there. When I actually got into the mental facility, okay, this is why for anyone that lives in my state, our mental health awareness, I'm just done. I had to film this because I had a bad night last night, okay? I even apologized, when I had to call the police last night. It's for proper reasons, but when they actually told me to actually get back to my house, it's like they just tell me, like, go. Like, they weren't, like, be nice about it. I told them that I have a phobia of them. I wasn't being mean. It's just because of my trauma. And I thought there would at least be more supportive because there's a lot of people besides me that have capophobia. It's the fear of police officers because of how they abuse the damn power. A lot of people don't say that because I know by experience it happened to me a couple of times. And I need to get this out of my system. Sorry, I'm losing it here. Okay, when I went into the mental facility, one of them, the one in downtown, like I just said, okay, not only did they wanted me to strip down in front of them, like, that's why the door exists for a reason, okay? Like, we're supposed to, like, have a privacy to change. I didn't feel comfortable that how I gotta, like, open my underwear. That's so they actually know that I don't carry weapons in my butt. I don't know how the hell I'll be able to do that, really? And just me just, like, taking off my pants, just taking off my shirt. I didn't like doing it. I had to because those are the rules. Okay, I've seen other mental patients, they actually can close the door and change without the nurses / doctors seeing them, changing. But for me, I'm guessing because since I look young for my age and low on being short statured, it's like, oh, I don't know what to say about this. I did not like the experience that they actually gave me. I didn't like how I had to, like, almost take off my underwear, be, like, almost nude, okay? Like, basically butt and penis being exposed in front of them. I didn't like that. Honestly, plus I'm a grown adult. That's one thing. I mean, even though it's a teen, it still isn't right. This is why I just don't like police officers because, I mean, police officers, mental facilities, because of how I was actually treated. So I just had to get this off my chest because our our mental health system is so bad here. Even just wanting to call the police, for certain reasons, it gives me angst, which is basically the German term for anxiety, because of how they would either not trust you, like by the time they actually arrive to your location, and basically tend to wanting to, this misuse information. This is why I don't like police officers. I'm not saying all, but man, there's quite a handful of police officers out there here in Phoenix, especially after seeing the news so much of how a handful can be racist, or better yet, they like to abuse their power because they're in uniform. Okay, a lot of people think they don't do that. They do, and even just basically just giving lame excuses. Okay, I just want to share this because, like I said again, Aphophobia police officers, I'm scared to even leave the house now after my damn incident last night. Okay, like if you even just break if you just break the law by mistake, okay, you didn't do anything wrong. They actually still see you as a criminal, so to speak. Especially when I was on my live stream on my YouTube page. This is why I don't do it anymore, because I'm afraid if I actually live stream that someone is going to call the police for no odd reason because of how I tell people I got mental health issues, which I do. But basically by making excuses or making lies, oh, he's going to kill himself, we need to call the police on him. Or better yet, they'll say, please get over to this person's house so you can look him up because I don't like him. It's something like that. And I don't know for some odd reason, but the thing is that when I actually live stream, okay, I did have my stream, well, I had the camera covered, and then I actually had the mic covered, and this has only happened for a couple of minutes when I just turned it on. I don't know how, but the police officers said that they saw my live stream. I guess because they read the messages of how I, say I want to kill myself or whatever, but I was meant to say I was depressed. So they actually came onto my door. The next thing you know, they actually put me in handcuffs, like I was treated as a criminal, when clearly there is no evidence of me harming myself. I just had thoughts. I mean, come on, we get thoughts of a lot of things. And the worst part is them actually wanting to tase my brother. He didn't get tased, but they were basically threatening to tase him. Because they actually asked me, who do you live with? I said I live with my brother. And then they tell me, where is he? And I tell them, or they ask me, where is he? And I tell them that he was in his room sleeping. And then next thing you know, they actually forced him to actually get out of bed and basically wanted to just to point a taser at him. They could really have hurt my brother when he did nothing wrong. I'm surprised my brother didn't let that bother him because, imagine, you basically threatened to get tased. When you're just asleep for no reason. Okay? It's like you're being held at gunpoint. But the thing is, my brother is actually being held at taser point, so to speak. I mean, tasers are dangerous regardless. Okay? Because you know how they shock you because of all the votes. But that's why I don't like police officers because, well, the way they treated my brother, that's one thing. The way they actually mistreated me by putting me in handcuffs, and even I cried in front of them because of how I was going through a rough time in my life, they didn't care. I'm surprised they didn't. And then next thing you know, they wanted to put my shoes on. They took me into their car. And not to mention, police cars, the seats, they're very rough. Okay, it's like you're sitting on stiff leather. Those seats where you actually go to those carnival rides, it's like that pretty much, okay? That's what our Phoenix police cars are like. I know because I've been into a police car inside, literally, okay? In handcuffs, everything, 4 times, just because, I had incidents of my trauma, mental health and whatnot, and it just seems like if I ever bring this up, they'll just tell me, oh, you need to go to this place and get locked up and whatnot. I just don't like how police officers would do this Like, they could at least like talk to you first and know what's going on and support you. That's their job. Not just saying, oh, you know what, we see as a criminal, you need to get locked up into this facility. See, this is what I like about police officers. I don't. Okay, because if this happened to me several times, then that's a very valid reason why I have this phobia, because I just don't feel safe around police officers myself. Even when I give them, all the time that they need to do their investigation and them asking me many questions. I mean, I'm not the type of person to argue with police officers. I never did, or I would have a record of basically doing things towards police officers, like stealing or basically doing assault on them. I mean, it would have been in my record. I only just got documents of like how, like with me just cutting myself and, having thoughts of suicide and being depressed. I'm not guilty of that because so many people throughout the globe have this condition. And I just want to say, whoever's watching this, even later on, here in Phoenix, okay, the mental health system is very bad. Okay, it's like living in North Korea. If you basically even like tell people that you actually have mental health illness, or hell, even South Korea, you can get shamed for it. I mean, that's why in South Korea is one of the basically worst countries for suicide. Because if you actually have a mental health illness, you're screwed. Because I see why I see documentaries that people are actually jumping over bridges and went to end their lives. And I feel awful for them because I know how that's like. And there's this stigma, like in South Korea, we just change off the topic very quick. Okay, that you basically gotta be perfect, you gotta be intelligent, because this is like the Asian culture. I know, because I got Asian blood myself. You basically just gotta be like up to the game, up to like the business, and basically looking good. I guess that explains why for some of the K-pop groups they actually commit suicide because of basically being up around with being perfect. And I just want to say this is like the Korean version of it, but worse. Because the thing is that our state is fucked up. I hope that I can swear. Our state, once again, is fucked up for mental health. It is. I don't understand that because I'm one of them. I lived here all my life. I love my state because I was born here, and I take pride for what we actually have when it comes to our traditions or, whatever we do here. But I'm just upset. This is like how some police officers would abuse their power. You don't have to believe me, but honestly, this is my experience because I went through it. Okay, if I didn't went through it, then of course there's no way for me to actually share this. But literally, with this me going to 2 mental facilities, going to one of them twice, and being mistreated by not only the nurses and patients, but also the seeing mental patients being mistreated by the nurses and doctors themselves is really concerning. Which is why I even did a review on Google of why they should shut this place down. And it gets worse from here. Okay, with my visit towards the one in downtown, they gave me some type of medication I didn't even want to take because I was just feeling down about myself, okay? Like we all do. For Pete's sake, I want to just do this once. We're fucking human, okay? God damn it. We're fucking human. For Buddha's sake. And just for these fucking nurses just to actually misdiagnose me, I don't tolerate this shit. I did it because they want me to do it. I had to wait in line. This is like, I'm thinking, a half hour, an hour before I left. I was only there. Here's the fun part. I was only there for 5 hours. But the thing is that it felt like you were there for a day. Okay? And the thing is that basically they gave me some type of pill. I don't know what the hell this pill is. I'm guessing it's like an antidepressant pill. I don't think it was because it fucked me up when I actually got home. I felt even more suicidal than before when they gave me that damn pill. I just played along because if I actually, give them like an attitude or whatever, then something is going to happen and then my stay would be much longer. They're not going to trust me and it'll just be worse for me. Okay, that's why when you actually had to go into mental facilities, I mean, you're forced to go. You just have to basically be as kind as possible because that's all you can do. And sometimes you even have to lie if you have to. I didn't lie because they actually made questions of, do you do drugs? or have you self-harm? I told him no, both of those things. For peace sake, I'm not the type of person that would do drugs. I even hate when people ask me, do you have weed on you? Why the fuck would I even carry weed on me? Like, I'm guessing because since I'm black, because this happened to me multiple times. I'm not even full black, for Pete's sake. People even ask me, do you carry marijuana, or like, do you have weed? I swear, if it's because I'm mixed black, because I'm guessing a lot of people have the stigma, correct me if I'm wrong, that if you're black, you're more likely to actually smoke marijuana. I just told them no. Okay, I don't even look like the type of person to carry it. It's how people thinking if you're mixed black, you'll carry it. And I even had this incident of like a couple of Mexican dudes actually just driving when I was actually talking to, well, she's not really a friend, really like acquaintance of mine. When we actually were walking towards the pharmacy, we're walking somewhere. That's because she wanted me to walk with her. They actually asked me, okay, these are two Mexican dudes, saying or asking, hey, do you have weed on you? That's because I'm darker skinned. It really irritates me how a lot of people thinking that if you basically are just skin color, then you basically would have drugs on you. I just had to get this off my chest. I feel like this is healthy for me to do this, because the thing is that my state is not that good for mental health. I love living here. I would never trade living anywhere else. It's just that the downside is, this how. Plus, I need to cut my hair. Okay, I just woken up like not too long ago. This is what it's like for me when I'm stressed out. It's just that some police officers can be a little bit controlling. They can be, because since they wear a uniform and how they basically, have their firearms, they just thinking that they're superior. Some of them, okay, I'm sure they think that. And I even had a long talk with my mom on the phone about this because of how I fear being around police officers. And when I talked to both of them last night, it's like they didn't care about my well-being. In a way they did, but it's like they're still thinking, okay, he's a criminal, okay, for for whatever other reason. And of course, things actually has happened and whatnot. And they told me to get back to the house. I felt it, but I would say that to them because I know they're trying to do their job. But at the same time, I feel they just are superior to me in that they basically are ashamed to talk to me. Their job is to help people. Okay, I just feel awful because they were being nice towards my other neighbors. Well, like when I actually talked to them that I was like facing cyberbullying and whatnot, they basically, actually there was an incident of that too that actually has happened. They just didn't care. Because in our state, it's not illegal to cyberbully. I'm surprised it isn't, because like this person from Cali, he basically has harassed me online and how to spread false information about me, which encouraged people to actually spread rumors. In his state, it's illegal to cyberbully, but here in Arizona, it's not. So basically, it's like as though if you're out of luck, the police would just say block them. But sometimes it's not always that easy because they could actually get around it and just maybe get into your social media or hack into your account or whatever and find where you live, and they could use that against you. That's because they hate you and want to ruin your life completely. So I just want to share this. I'm not forcing anyone to like comment, like this watching this and whatnot. I don't know who's watching this, but I just wanted to share this because I had a bad past with police officers. Okay, I hope to Buddha Burma, I'm not the only person that actually has this phobia. Because, like I said again, here in Arizona, they can be a little bit bad sometimes. I mean, when I go for walks, I'm a little bit cautious because if they actually are like driving down to like where we live, I feel like, okay, like what did I do now? I get these thoughts because of how people will spread information about me online and they would use that against me. Next thing you know, the police can be from my door and they would just lock me up for like 10 years. Just for like the silliest things. Because we all make mistakes. I mean, I'm sure we all do. It's impossible for a human to not make a mistake in their lifetime. I can't believe I talked for 20 minutes about this. This is why I wanted to share this because, excuse me, it's just, oh, it's just, I'm just upset how, many people become victims, the police officers themselves, because of how the way they act. And I'm just upset that, police officers treat me. All my years, just growing up with like mental health issues. I mean, I didn't even expect to like get handcuffed by like in a rough way. Like they're just asking me, we have to put you in handcuffs. They could at least talk to me in that tone, but not like, okay, like we're just gonna do this. We're gonna just put you in handcuffs if you're a criminal. That's what they literally did for one of the incidents when I actually was going through a hard time. They literally did that. I was upset because like, okay, I'm being treated like a criminal. Yeah, I get they're doing their job if someone is actually facing mental health issues, but like they need to understand that if someone actually has like trauma in their life or basically PTSD, which is post-traumatic stress disorder, you cannot like this be rough on someone that is actually going through a rough time like that. It just doesn't make sense. And that's what they did. Especially, like I said again, when I cried in front of them, they didn't care. I'm surprised they didn't. I mean, they could at least like show some support. Like, okay, I understand what you're going. I'm so sorry that you actually had to go do that. But we're actually here to help, and that like we need to take you to, the facility. If they talked to me in that tone, I would have tolerated the police officers way more, because a lot of people have fears of calling 911 or saying that they're feeling suicidal, especially the hotline. I know this by experience. I even had 2 experiences of calling a suicide hotline. So I did everything. Okay, I mean, excuse me, I misworded that. I experienced it all. And when you actually bring that stuff up, you're locked up. Okay, like it's a high percentage or a high chance that you can get locked up just because you're scared. You're going through a hard time. You have no one to talk to. You're lonely. And yet, the authorities, okay, like this law, they'll still see you as a criminal. That's why when I talk to suicide hotline ones, how they're saying, oh, we can get the police to come and get you. I tell them like, no, I'm fine, because I don't trust them. I'm smart on doing this because I had this incident happen to me before, and say stuff like that, and then they come over, they could just lock you up, and they could keep you as long as you like. I mean, for me, I'm just surprised that they only kept me in, I think, both facilities for 5 hours, because from the other patients I talked to, I think I only talked to like 1 or 2 of them, mental patients, like, the ones that you sit next to in your room, your mental hospital room that you're assigned. They say that, I think one of them told me that they're there for like maybe like a week or so. I don't know. I mean, I don't remember exactly, but I know they're way longer than a couple of days. Okay, for me, I mean, my situation is not extreme. It's just like I just want to talk to. But the thing is, though, they didn't even talk to me. I mean, they just give like a couple of counselors and like another doctor, whatever. They didn't care. I mean, I was telling them I felt lonely, I felt misunderstood, and well, I want someone to talk to. They're just like writing down their notes, and okay, that's it. This is why I don't trust this. I don't trust the mental health law, what you want to call it, and the authorities as well all the time. I mean, because I've been there. I've been through all that. And it's just heartbreaking how I had to tell my mom all this, because she's just wondering like, how can I actually have a son? I mean, my mom loves me to death, but it's just I feel awful that she has the youngest son. She has her youngest son, pardon me, that actually has to go through all of these obstacles in his life. Okay, I just want to share this, and I hope in the future, if I ever become a video of all this, I want to like really like make things change in our state. Like I want mental facilities to treat their patients better. Okay, I don't want us to get scared for Pete's sake. Okay, I mean it's bad enough that I like get mistreated over there. Okay, I like. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit emotional here. Okay, and sorry, let me get a minute. I need to or something. Crap, I think I gave it to my mom. Fuck, I'm too lazy to get up. I had to use my shirt. I apologize for that. I just, I'm just, I just cannot believe that I have experienced, this going through all that. I just want to well, for two people that are watching this, even if you may click off, which is fine, but for anyone that might be watching this later, okay, if you don't struggle with a mental illness, okay, it's like you're being treated as a criminal, but for your mental state. What I mean by that is when you basically have suicidal thoughts, okay, because I'm sure millions of people on Earth at least went through that in their lifetime. Let alone depression. You basically are seen as the scum of the earth from police officers. I even seen a video of this woman. Okay, I'm surprised I didn't or anything about how she was assaulted by the police because I'm guessing I don't know what happened exactly, but she basically went through like abuse from like her home or whatever, and she basically kept like an ID of her lost sister that passed away as a memento. The police officers, they mistreated her because they thought she was using someone else's identity, which is so stupid, really. And she basically was, but how I'm guessing a couple of the male officers were basically like really like want to like strip her down, and how they would actually just take off her clothes and they would give her like this weird jacket or whatever. And that's the lowest of low that a police officer can ever do to anyone, regardless of their gender. Because the point of being a police officer, you have to make sure that people are safe. You have to make sure that they're not, for people that have fear of police officers, we need to be still treated as safe. I mean, we need to be just having all the support we can get from police officers. We need to basically feel comfortable with them and not having our mental state affect us for life because of how, what they actually do throughout the globe. And for me, that has never did and any illegal thing in our life, like when it comes to like stealing or basically, causing aggression towards another person. And also, excuse me, this I mean, even experience being raped. I actually was raped, molested, sexually harassed throughout my lifetime by multiple different men that I never met in person and even on a fucking gay app, which I don't use anymore. Okay, it's just that police officers could care less at this. I mean, even with the bullying, okay, what I told about that this guy was actually affected me. I mean, I thought it was a warning of sacrificing my fear or my courage just to tell the police that I have to decide from another state all this information leaked about me. This is illegal. Like, you literally have like information leaked and how other people would like know where I live and whatnot, and call me like the N word. Yeah, I want to bring it out because I hate that word. He'll call me virgin boy and not who called me a faggot multiple times on multiple media sites, not only on here, but also on Facebook. His name is Ryan Correa. I still remember what he looked like. I think he was like 20 or 21 by now. And basically it's in Bakersfield. And this dude would just make excuses about how I harassed him. Yet I just made videos just to actually spread awareness that he really have harassed me deeply. And then when the police officers came here, they just didn't give a damn. It's like they were just giving me more smirky looks. These are just officers, all different types. I don't know how many police officers encountered once they're not only being cybered, but telling them about depression, probably like a dozen police officers. But those at this time when I told them about this person, they just said block him. Like I could have done it myself. Okay, I'm not an idiot. Of course I could block him. The thing is, if this dude could actually spread false lies about me, it could really affect me for life. I mean, I have photos of him, as proof what he did to me. I mean, I haven't heard back from him ever since, but he did so much damage that he even encouraged people on YouTube to actually harass me and spread lies about me. But also him just making this as a game, and how he says that he's a victim. He's doing like an illegal action towards me, and that's bothering me. I mean, Mom, when I first encountered him about how he kept calling me. This was like a few years ago when I'm encountered this person. I thought he seemed friendly. I basically just told my mom, like this guy kept calling me, like he won't leave me alone. Because I mean, I didn't know, because like how you get like nonstop calls from people and how stalkers and whatnot. And then I complained that's because I didn't want to talk to him. Because he kept calling me dozens of times. And I mean, it was scary because like, okay, like who the hell is this person? Like, why does he keep calling me? Because I know how to block phone numbers at the time. So basically, that must have affected him deeply. And he actually wanted to get revenge on me for no reason. And he would just started all of this. Well, he's part of it, but there's other people that he actually make a hateful group me on YouTube, and it has gotten worse from there. More people, false rumors about me, like how I'm a pedophile, when clearly I don't know how the hell would I be. If I was, I want to hear right now. First of all, second of all, I have nephews and nieces myself. That's fucking not right. And thirdly, it just makes them horrible humans on their part for actually doing this. It's like this person on YouTube named Jamal Alert. He basically says something to this older man that he's a pedophile himself, and he got shamed. I haven't looked up his lately. I feel awful for this man. He was like in his mid-60s, early 60s, and basically people believe that he's a pedophile when this false rumor spread about him and his at risk. That's what's happened to me as well, because of how I just treat other people. And I don't know why the heck to say about that. I don't know. But human, and then actually just knock on my door just because I want to share my story. I'm not doing anything wrong, first of all. And just having like a couple minutes of like people like messaging me or whatnot, or even texting, like the police officers were thinking of them. Especially if it was like a person that, because this happens, okay, that was underage, but let's just say they're 17 and I accidentally, I did it on purpose. So I just want to not see their, like, their underwear or whatnot, and then their stomach. Okay, I know that's wrong of me. You're underage. I mean, lie about their age as well. People tend to do that because I thought like this person, he can't be 17. People lie about their age all the time. When I talked on social media, even I was talking to someone that was like 18 or whatever, but they lied to be like 15 or something. I mean, I just stopped talking to them, but this basically, want to tell the police officers that they want to threaten to press charges, even though this person could be a troll. I still take it serious because like this could have happened to me by now. I wouldn't be here, and I would have gotten like a decade of life just because I had an of this person sending like a few photos of him showing like a little bit of his private when I didn't even ask. Okay, I didn't even ask. That's something I even told this person I don't send news because I don't do that discuss app. Even the person's like, I still want to do it because it's right. Okay, unless you're unless you're dating that person, that's fine. But there's a stranger you never met, that's sick. Okay, I know I'll be judging millions of people this, but I mean, I like this person. They could like would use this as revenge to actually get back at me and just like have a doors come to my house. I don't even know, block this person because I don't know who the hell it is, and then wanting to ruin my life incident. So it's just been very difficult for me because people actually pretend to run online they're actually not, just so that they can actually test me and basically want to get me up. It's like they're taking that onion scent. Like this YouTuber, I don't know why he's not even in prison now by now. He would actually, from what I've been hearing, collect. Okay, like literally collect. Like he would like demand like underage girls does actually basically send news to them. Like it could be on their underwear, like be like wearing like a like or something like that, and how to be 14 or something. And he would even abuse his girlfriend. I've been hearing about this, which is why I'm glad people aren't really watching me anymore and how they've been disliking his videos because that is a person. Like for me, I just did a mistake. We all do mistakes. Okay. I mean, I'm not the type of person that would not like flash myself towards people, sexually. Even porn sites, like Christina, I was actually in like Pornhub. I don't do porn videos. I mean, like showing videos about me being naked or whatever. I don't do that. And people like that on Pornhub. They could just leave. I don't show my body towards one. Like the only I'm doing is just moaning. A video that I like watching. Just like give them the sound for mention that. Nothing more because I'm of age, of course, to be on that site. Younger ones I saw, but it's not like a call out because I actually noticed that there's a person that's on Pornhub that's like 16 or 17. I'll be like, yeah, he is a year or two younger. He's supposed to be 18 on that site, but it's not like I'm gonna call him out for it because a lot of people are their age. So I know that this person was 17 that I talked to. I don't know. Okay, I guess because I was so frustrated that night, and I just was trying to like move on what happened. So I just wanted to get this off my system because me just having fear of police officers, it's hard. I just hope that actually see a long way for all of this because it's serious that people like me we have bad past with police officers, and a lot of people think that this is serious, but it is because, well, like I said again, police officers are supposed to protect us, supposed to make sure that we're safe. Them. I did talk for like 38 minutes, but I hope that's everything heard. I mean, yeah, cover up, that I know by memory. But yeah, later, I just wanted to share my story as I know how like two people, like I said, I don't know who they were. I don't know what commented on here, but I just wanted to share how I felt today. So that's just a lot of talk, but just I don't trust police officers. I mean, a handful of them. Changes, I forgot to bring up before I actually end this stream.